Hey, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, kids of all ages. I got some news about the remote control lawnmower, but it's all good. Got our controller. We're going to go through this now. One thing I failed to overlook with the ESC electronic speed controller, you can't really have endpoints on it like a servo. Either you turn it and the steering works perfectly with it. You turn it, it's not going to go to a certain place and stop. It's not like a servo. Servo meaning it will do that. Not a big issue. Not even going to put a stop on it. As you'll see, following this thing takes itself apart, and this is letting you know how it was done. If you have any questions, please hit the comments. I would love to talk to you. Now, like I said, I've been doing 90% of this with hand tools. Some of it you're not going to be able to. It's coming along really well. I ordered the big brother to this, and it's the 30 amp model. It's 50 bucks, but this thing works just so well, and that'll give me reverse and everything else. Now, I did try to, I wanted to work something out with this controller with a servo. The problem with the servo is whenever I hook this potentiometer up to it, and let me get out here so you can see what I'm talking about. Can y'all see that? Alright. Well, anyway, this is a control box for it. It's 24 volts, 21 amps. The potentiometer will work 0 to 4 volts, and that's what activates this. Well, I had hooked a servo up to it and just see if it would work. Nothing too permanent or anything like that. The potentiometer does work the controller. It does run the motor no problem. These things have a tendency to not heat up in middle throttle, not wide open. ESCs, on the other hand, they like wide open and stop. Well, these are robotic ESCs, and with some talking and stuff to people, they say it doesn't matter about these at half throttle or whatever. So, and as far as that goes, I will be able to control the speed with a controller on that particular point. But the steering, I can't, like it goes to one position and stops. I wasn't able to do that. I was originally did like that for different reasons. But you're going to see this thing as it comes apart. I got to clean it up. I got to grind the wells. I got to do some underneath wells. I tacked this thing up as it was bolted up to get everything lined up. So enjoy the little video of this thing coming apart. And the other controller is going to be in. I got the batteries, and I'm using 2 of these. They were 15 bucks a piece. I'm going to solder a harness on them and everything else. I'm got a box for the battery right over there. So I got to get that mounted. I got to put the motor on it, see where it's going to be so the box doesn't get away of that. And then some cleaning up and stuff. And as soon as that other ESC comes in, guys, that's it. We're going to start cutting grass. And I could cut grass right now, but I just don't feel like it. I got a 5-day shutdown coming up next week of I don't know how many hours a day. And that's the reason I kind of want to get this out now. It's not going to be a nice week next week. So, that being said, hit like and subscribe. Enjoy the little video. And leave me a comment. I want to talk to you. Ask me a question. And like I say, the materialistic weasel and disclaimer, don't do anything I do. This is just for entertainment purposes only. A remote control lawnmower is probably, it's not a toy by no means. So, with that being said, y'all have a wonderful day. It will work. All right, let me go ahead and demonstrate the actual controller and how it works. All right, so now with this particular type controller, you have to cut it on first before you cut your lawnmower on. Wrong way. And you're going to notice the wire was blinking before. It should come in solid, showing it's bound up. Okay, so I got this on number 2, which is the throttle. Now, with it freewheeling like this, it's not going to pull that many amps, so I'm not worried about that. So, if I was to go to endpoint adjustment and go to 2, I've got it at 100%. Okay, so we're going to turn this down. Let's say we cut it down to 50%. We're going to enter that, and then we're going to see that's wide open. I can adjust the speed. Then we go down to, let's say 30%. We hit enter. And that'll be reversed. That'll be forward. Okay, when I hit forward, it's actually going backwards. The beautiful thing about these is you can reverse servo, normal. We're going to hit reverse. Enter. Enter. So now when we hit it, it's going forward in that way and then reversing that way. So you have adjustment on the ESC when it comes to that. Endpoint adjustment you're not going to have. So let's 2's reversed, which that's fine because it's going to come like that. All right, we're going to go to end point adjustment again, and we're going to number 2. We're going to crank this baby up, because anybody that's going to build something like this wants to do 100 miles an hour. Let's crank it on up to 120, because we want to cut grass fast. We want to get it done. We want to have fun doing it. Enter. Then we're going to shut our controller off. We're blinking there now, and it's engaged back. All right, now we need to cut it back on. Now when I pull it this way, there we go. We're going forward really fast. Now you don't think you can go, well, you can go right in reverse. Okay, never mind. I didn't think you could. Okay, so prove me wrong on that one, but you still have control if you want to ease up to something, back out of something. But the one I'm getting, and this created no heat whatsoever doing that, and that's what I like about these. And you get the same percentage in reverse than you do in forward, because a lot of the RC ESCs that take care of this, you only get like 40% back, which that really doesn't matter, and so much forward. Well, this one here you get forward and backward, no problem. And I hope y'all are seeing this. Let me go ahead and zoom on a little bit of this and show you. Okay, so now we got and the chain can be tightened up a little bit. I knew it was going to get slack in it. I had it tight, and I don't have this really tight in there either. And now I've got adjustment here to tighten it up. If you notice the little bit of lean on the motor was to clear this chain right here, and it'll clear it continuously. You might have to grind a little bit right there, but I would even have gave it a little bit more lean than what I've given it there. Now, I'm sorry. Now, let's say we go to the steering port on your receiver, and that's number 1. So you can see how it's going to kind of control, you know, so you're not going to have any problem steering. It's not going to be that fast. And actually, I don't think you would want it that fast unless you got really good at this and whatever. But it ramps up slowly. So that's in a nutshell, guys. So far so good. I don't like the XT60 connectors, but I'm going to use the other solder. I'm going to solder the other one on, and it'll be done. Tell me what you think. Leave a comment. I'd like to talk to you about it. I'd like to talk with you. So we're not far from cutting grass, because there's the motor. Let me see here, and I'm gonna widen this out a little bit. That's the motor right down there. Now that's a 4.5 horse. Let me cut this off. That up under there is a 5.5 horse. So you're going to be cutting grass at a faster pace, at a faster speed. Now these batteries, how long they will last to cut grass, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. You're going to have fun cutting grass. If you need to bring it back in and charge them up, but I think these will power this thing through your whole yard, no problem. That's pretty heavy right there. So, man, hit like and subscribe. I mean, this is going to be a really cool build, and it's going to be fun. And anytime anybody brings the words fun and cut grass in the same sentence, you have done a world of good for humanity. Just kidding. Y'all have a good night.